J.J. Abrams has recently been teasing us with brand new Star Wars info, so in this week's Death Star-sized complete history of, we're celebrating the world's most successful sci-fi franchise. And because this one is huge, we'll be tearing through at a Kessel Run in 18 parsecs speed. The first unofficial Star Wars game came in 1978, followed by Kenner's tabletop Star Wars Electronic Battle Command in 1979. Confusingly, the first home title was The Empire Strikes Back for Atari 2600 in 1982. After that, they came thick and fast. In 1983, we had the excellent Star Wars arcade game, featuring Luke's legendary assault on the Death Star. The same year, we got Jedi Arena for Atari, as well as Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle. This was followed by Return of the Jedi in 1984, the same year that we got the home release of Star Wars the arcade game. The Empire Strikes Back was the 1985 follow-up, again featuring the same vector graphics. In 1987, we got the NES Star Wars, a side-scroller which actually featured scenes from all three films. Next came Star Wars Droids in 1988. After a short hiatus, another Star Wars game arrived in 1991, later coming to the Game Boy, Master System and Game Gear. The same year that Star Wars Attack on the Death Star came to the incredibly named Sharp X68000. The thoroughly excellent Super Star Wars came to SNES in 1992, alongside The Empire Strikes Back on NES and Game Boy. 1993 was also a busy year for Jedi fans. We got Super Empire Strikes Back on the SNES, Star Wars Arcade on the 32X, Rebel Assault on PC, Sega CD and 3DO, and the extraordinarily popular X-Wing on PC. In 1994 we got the less spectacular Star Wars Chess, Super Return of the Jedi, and the also bloody brilliant TIE Fighter. A year later, we got first-person shooter Star Wars Dark Forces and on-rails FMV sequel Rebel Assault 2. 1996 brought us just the one game in the shape of N64 shooter Shadows of the Empire. 1997 had some interesting titles. There was Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, adventure game Yoda Stories, iffy fighting game Masters of Teräs Käsi, and the decent X-Wing vs TIE Fighter. The next year brought mixed offerings. As well as Star Wars Trilogy Arcade, we got Star Wars Rebellion, Behind the Magic, a multimedia encyclopedia, and the Millennium Falcon CD-ROM playset. Thankfully, we also got the completely excellent Star Wars Rogue Squadron on PC and N64. As the next set of films arrived, Hangar Bay doors opened for a selection of fresh tie-ins, starting with The Phantom Menace in 1999 for PC and PlayStation. Then came the best-selling Star Wars Episode I Racer and X-Wing Alliance, the follow-up to X-Wing vs TIE Fighter. Moving on to the year 2000, we had Star Wars Racer Arcade, strategy title Force Commander for PC, and Star Wars Demolition for PlayStation and Dreamcast. More tie-ins arrived the same year: Jedi Power Battles, Battle for Naboo, and Obi-Wan's Adventure. In 2001, we got Galactic Battlegrounds for PC and Mac, The Incredible Rogue Squadron 2 for GameCube, Star Wars Starfighter, the dismal Star Wars Obi-Wan on Xbox, and humorous kart game Super Bombad Racing. Onto an equally busy 2002 next, which gave us Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Jedi Starfighter, Racer Revenge, and Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. And with the new film came another brace of licensed titles: The Clone Wars, Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, and Star Wars The New Droid Army. A year after that came Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike, Jedi Academy on PC, Mac and Xbox, Flight of the Falcon on GBA, and Knights of the Old Republic, an RPG that still holds up today as one of BioWare's best games. 2003 also saw the release of ambitious MMO Star Wars Galaxies. 2004 was notable for the release of Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, PC, Xbox and Mac, and it also gave us Apprentice of the Force on Game Boy Advance. A Battlefront sequel arrived in 2005, as did the disappointingly unfinished Knights of the Old Republic 2. We also got Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, the really rather snazzy Republic Commando, and our first LEGO Star Wars game. And if you want to watch the complete history of LEGO in games, the link is at the end of this video. Soldiering on, we got a Best of PC compilation in 2006, as well as Lethal Alliance for PSP and DS, Empire at War for PC and Mac, and LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. 2007 brought us more of the same in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, Battlefront Renegade Squadron for PSP, and our first sight of Darth Insipid in The Force Unleashed. We also got two Clone Wars games, Lightsaber Duels for Wii and Jedi Alliance for DS. Our first mobile game, Trench Run, arrived in 2009, alongside Battlefront Elite Squadron, The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes, The Force Unleashed 2, and LEGO Star Wars The Quest for R2-D2 on Unity. 2010 gave us another mobile game, Star Wars Arcade Falcon Gunner, and Clone Wars Adventures for PC and Mac. This was also the year that the third Knights of the Old Republic game was due to arrive, but unfortunately it got cancelled. By means of consolation, we got PC MMORPG The Old Republic in 2011. The same year also gave us a third LEGO Star Wars game, The Clone Wars. The now legendary Kinect Star Wars shimmied into existence in 2012, followed a year later by LEGO Star Wars The Yoda Chronicles on mobile and 3 pinball titles, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and The Clone Wars. 2013 also saw the cancellation of 2 promising titles, Star Wars 1313 and FPS First Assault. Star Wars Attack Squadrons, a freemium browser game, was also cancelled in 2014. That just leaves Star Wars Battlefront, the new-gen DICE reboot of the popular franchise due out in 2015, and Visceral's as-yet unannounced Star Wars title, which will feature input from former Uncharted creative director Amy Hennig. Now, as Yoda would say, reached the end we have! We deliberately left out the educational titles, but if we missed anything else, please do let us know, and be sure to tell us your favourite Star Wars memories in the comments. Tune in next week for another complete history of, and don't forget to like this video and check out previous episodes by hitting the on-screen links. Let's end with a massive Star Wars fanfare. No, that'll do.